So, I went down to Bournemouth on my own for 4 days. Let me explain. So the Friday before I went, the 22nd of July, I went down with my family and my nan. It was lovely to go down. The sea there is amazing. Bournemouth is an amazing place. But obviously we were only there for, 8 hours? Because the drive down there is very long. So we had to go back quite early. But my family has friends that live down there. My parents were working the week after, but I hadn't got much to do. So I asked them if it would be all right if I stayed down there, and they were happy to have me down. I booked train tickets for the 26th of July, and we were rolling down. I had to go on 4 trains down there, 3 changes, but it was pretty stress-free. But coming back was Friday the 29th of July, where train strikes were happening. So I had to go with an alternative method of taking the coach. But this was actually cheaper at only £16. I vlogged most of my 4 days down there and compiled it into a vlog. So here we go. So I'm just sat at Bromsgrove station now. There isn't really any room. So I'm just sat behind some kind of box with sat on my own bag. It's 9 AM now, so we've got 10 minutes till the train is supposed to arrive. This one is going off to Worcester. So first of 4 trains. And then we're on our journey to Bournemouth. Just on the first of 4 trains now. This one goes to Worcester. It's only going to take about 20 minutes. And once we're in Worcester, we've got a half an hour wait until our second train to Reading. Just got off at Worcester Foregate Street. We're now making our way down some very steep stairs. And then we're going to go back under, and platform 2 is back up the other side. So just coming up down those. We're now going this way. Underneath. And those are the stairs back up again. I'm on to the second of 4 of my trains. This is the longest of the trains. This is about an hour and 45 minutes. So from Worcester, Foregate Street to Reading. And then when we get to Reading, we've got 15 minutes or so. And we're on to another train to Basingstoke. We were just in the station for about half an hour there. I'm now just settling down on the train to watch some Netflix. I've got a whole table to myself so far. We've got one more stop. So the next stop is Reading. We're getting off Reading in about 20 minutes. And then we've got a 15 or so minute wait. We're going to get from platform 10A to 2. So we have to get up and over quite quickly. So then we can get on to our third train of the day. Well, that was pretty stressful actually. My second train got in about 4 minutes late. So I only had 8 minutes, and this station in Reading is absolutely massive. There's about 20 platforms, so I couldn't find out where I was going, and I had to go up to then go down again because there was like about 15 of them upstairs and 10 of them downstairs. It was really odd, but I'm on here now. It starts here in Reading, so the train was already here, so I've just got straight on, and we're on to Basingstoke now. We're just in Basingstoke station now. Just gone to my 4th and final train down to Bournemouth. The only thing that I need to do now is make sure I get up in Bournemouth and not go all the way down to Weymouth, because that would be a slight problem. It's got about an hour and 15 minutes and we're in Bournemouth. So I'm going to flick on documentary that I was watching on the last train. Well, the last but one train. This is probably the most crowded of trains I've been on today. It's literally almost full. I've got the seat next to me as well because I've got my big bag of clothes and stuff, but yeah, there isn't much room at all really on here. So we have made it into Bournemouth station now. All 4 trains went perfectly well, and we are now just trying to find the way out to get a lift from one of our friends who's going to pick us up. So one of my friends took me to his house that's under renovation at the moment, and we're obviously not staying in this one. It's under construction at the moment. So I have now made it to where I'll be staying, and I'm just going to watch a bit of TV now. I've had quite a long day of travelling. I mean, it's only about 3 o'clock now, but settle down for a bit on TV, and we'll wait for the rest of the people we're staying with to get back. I then took their lovely dog for a walk in the park, throwing some balls and pine cones, and there was a lovely little slide that I slid down, and the dog met me at the bottom. And then for dinner we had a Chinese takeaway. This was amazing. There was so much food, and we played some cards. Then we did flick on a film. The film wasn't the greatest, so I was made to watch Love Island. I know what I don't know what this kind of horrific torture is either. So I have just survived watching Love Island. I watched a whole episode. I think I lost brain cells, but we did it. Anyway, I am off to bed now. This is my sort of setup at the moment. Not too bad at all. So we're just going to turn the lights off now, and we're going to get some sleep, and in the morning we go for a little swim in the sea. So we just come back from the sea now, and I went for about a 300 or so metre swim, just to the buoy and back, which is sort of the maximum you can go. The dog followed me in as well, so that was good. I got some pictures of that, and then we got hot chocolate in the little cafe next to it. That was lovely to warm me up. It wasn't too cold in the sea, but when you get in, it is quite a shock of how bad it is. And we're down back now, having some pancakes and with some fruit and some apple juice. So it looks like quite a good breakfast as well. And then I think today we're off to the fair in Christchurch, which is just the town over. So I'm just about to settle down for bed now. So we've had quite a productive day. So we went to the fair, and the rides there were really good. They're better than any of the rides I've ever seen at a fair, really. So that was really fun. And there's a little arcade there, we went there for a bit as well. Before that, we actually went into the town and went through some of the shops, and then got some food at a little cafe. That was really nice. And there was, in Christchurch, quite a lot of sort of history stuff. There's like a castle, ruins of a castle. So that was really nice. And then obviously went on to the fair, and we came back and had paella for dinner. That was really lovely. I couldn't get a picture of my dinner until I went back for seconds, because I wolfed it down so quickly. I was so hungry, and it was so lovely. And then Magnums after that, and we settled on to watch a film. The film was a lot better today than yesterday's film. Yesterday's film was a bit naff, but today it was really funny, a really good film. And now I'm just heading off to sleep, because I've got to be up for like 8:30 tomorrow, if not earlier, because we're off to Southampton, to IKEA. Sounds like fun. So, it's about midday now. I'm sat in an IKEA kitchen. So what we've done today, got up about 8 o'clock maybe a bit earlier, and then got pancakes again for breakfast. Lovely, thank you for those. And then we went shopping while one of the friends we're staying with had a drum lesson. So we went to Lidl and got some stuff ready for tonight, where we're having a barbecue. That's going to be a fun part of the day. And now we've ended up in IKEA. They're looking for furniture for their new house that we looked at not yesterday, on Tuesday, that they're building. I can't believe I've been subjected to such shopping torture. Don't know what I've done to deserve being in IKEA, but I've been promised meatballs for lunch, so... I'm finally back from IKEA. It is now 3 o'clock, so we spent 3.5, 4 hours in IKEA. The wonderful everyday. But I did get those well-deserved meatballs that I was promised. I also got a few other bits. So I got this clock. It was only £2.50. I need a clock for my room because I don't actually have a clock in there, so I have to ask Alexa all the time, which is a little bit of hassle. Some new sort of bulb fairy lights. You'll probably be seeing those in the background of my sets, probably in today's video at the start, maybe on the end. Because I need some more light for my new sort of set. I think those are going to look perfect there. And a couple of extension leads. You can never do it with enough extension leads. And I was running out, and the ones I do have are way too long, and it's just a lot of hassle. So, got 2 for £6. Not too bad. So, those will be helpful. So, what are we up to tonight? Well, we've got a couple of hours. It's only 3 o'clock now, and then we'll be having the barbecue. We've got some friends coming over as well. So I'm just settling down for bed now. What have we done today? So I had to come back from IKEA. I had a little rest, and then we went and walked the dog. Got some shopping, last bits for the barbecue. Prepared everything for the barbecue. The guests got here, so Millie and Emily, that we were with yesterday, and you probably know from the cruise, if you've watched that video, that they are lovely, really. They're lovely. And so we spent the night with them. They came to the barbecue. Then they left around 9ish, so we played some more cards, and that was about it. And now I'm just heading off to bed. It's my last night here, which is really sad. It's quite nice down here. Yeah. So, we haven't got too much planned for tomorrow. But my coach gets here at 2:45. I can get on the coach. Coach leaves at 2:45. Something like that. And we should arrive back in Birmingham at 7 p.m. So it's a longish drive, longish ride. But it shouldn't be as long as a train journey, but it's one long one, so I've got to find some entertainment for it. This is me out for Thursday. Good night. So we've woken up a little bit later today. It's a bit nicer. It's about 11:45 now, and I'm heading off into Southbourne, which is near Christchurch, where we were on Wednesday. It's my last day here. I'm heading home at 2:45, so we've got 3 or so hours until we need to be at the coach station. We're going back on the coach this time. And we're going into Southbourne to get my hair cut, because this mop needs to be fixed. So let's head off. Okay, so we have the new trim. What do you think of that? I like it very much. Shout out to Tony's in Southbourne, Bournemouth. If you're ever down there, absolutely recommend. So I've had a bacon sandwich. It is now at 1:10, so we've got an hour and a half until my coach arrives. So I'm just going to sit around, watch TV, and they're going to drop me off. So I've just been dropped off at the coach station now, but because the coach driver's got in late from his last drive down here, I presume, it's going to be late out as well. So obviously going to have a break. So it's leaving at 3:10 instead of 2:45. So we've got a 25-minute wait. So I'm sat on my bag like we did at the first train station. It's only going to delay us by about 25 minutes. I've got nothing planned for the day today. I'm going to get in about 7:30, so it's 7 o'clock, which is fine. But, just got to wait around, find something to do. So we're finally on the move now. It's 3:15 as opposed to 2:45. But, it's half an hour. We haven't got anything to do this evening. You win some, you lose some. We were really lucky on the way down. All the trains were basically on time. But, the coach isn't too bad. I've got 2 seats to myself, so there's no one sat next to me, which is really good. I'll soon to put my headphones in. Hopefully there's Wi-Fi. I haven't checked yet, but I'll put on a film if not. I've got a few downloaded. And we've got a 3-pin outlet and 2 USBs, so keep everything charged up as well. And in 4 hours and 15 minutes, hopefully, if there's no traffic, we should be back in Birmingham. It does also stop off in Southampton and Oxford for more people to come on and off, but that'll be fine. and I'm just gonna sit here and relax, really. So I've got my headphones on now, nice and noise cancelling. I can only hear a little bit of road noise, and once I've got the film on, I won't be able to hear anything except the film. I've tried to connect to the Wi-Fi. It works okay on my phone. It's not great, but I'm going to leave my phone off anyway. It needs to get charging, and the charger is very slow. In fact, it's gone down in charge, so I'm going to have to leave that so it actually charges. But I've got a lot of power on my laptop and a lot of things downloaded, so we're going to go with That's My Boy. So we're all right now. We're doing pretty well. It looks like it's going to be quite a smooth journey. So we finally made it in. That'd be 40 minutes later than scheduled. 7:40 now. Just waiting for my dad to get here, and he'll be driving me just the rest of the way down to Bromsgrove. The journey was all right. At Oxford, which was like one of the stops, I had to change seats because there were a couple that wanted to sit together, which was fine. But I did have to sit next to someone for a couple of hours. But, you know, I finished that film that I was watching, and I watched some of Jack Whitehall's Travelling with My Father. So it wasn't too bad at all. It was a bit of an annoyance that it was 40 minutes late, but hey, you win some, you lose some, and we should be getting home very, very soon. So we just got back. Actually, that's a complete and utter lie, isn't it? We've been back about 2 hours, but I forgot to film this. In the meantime, I have taken the dog for a walk and eaten ravioli on toast. So, no, I didn't just get back, but I am back. The drive from the coach station to home was pretty alright. You know, the traffic wasn't too bad. There was obviously some nutters on the road, but that's to be expected in Birmingham. But it's nice to be back.
So this trip was only made possible by the generosity of the people I was staying with. And you'll actually recognise these names because I actually went on the cruise with these people before, and I guess you could call it a coincidence, or you could just say that I just find their company so amazing that most of my holidays are with them at the moment. So thank you, Rich, Kerry, Bella, Millie and Emily, and everyone else that I saw down there. It was a great holiday, and I hope to see you all again soon. So I managed to holiday down there for 4 days for under around £60, but I would never have been able to do it for this price if it weren't for the generosity of the people I was staying with, who obviously gave up their front room for me to stay in and fed and watered me, of course. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed what I got up to, really, and if that's inspired you to go down, I would highly recommend it. Obviously, it's not very easy to get accommodation anywhere under a certain age, probably under 18 really. But if you have friends that live down somewhere, the train is always great. Just sort of know where you're going, your stations. What I would do is, because Reading Station that I stopped at was way bigger than I'd anticipated. Always sort of look on Google Maps, sort of look where all the platforms are. It will make it a lot easier for you. But I will see you next week in another video.